Time for a summer beard trim. Yesterday I lopped off 2 inches off this bad boy, and two things. It's from the tea that I drink, a certain kind of tea, and also in the summertime my beard grows so much faster and fuller. I don't know why. You think it would happen in the wintertime when you need it the most. But today I'm gonna take a little bit more off and make it a little less bushy and just bring it up just a little bit. 2 inches wasn't enough. I'm getting caught in zippers and like that kind of stuff. So let's just start working on bringing this down to a more summerish kind of thing. This is a what they call the Wahl Magic Clip. It's got a special crunch blade. They call it a crunch blade. If it touches hair, it cuts it. So it's not like a regular clippers, you know, like you've seen these before. This kind of stuff, I mean, you'll go down and it'll cut half the hair. This is better when you're touching the skin, and I don't cut the top of my beard at all, so I don't line it up in that way. This is okay 50% of the time. If I want to make a perfect line on my lip, I do not use this. This is not, it ends up pushing the hair rather than cutting it. That's the way most clippers, electric clippers are. This is called the Wahl Crunch Blade. So let's get to work. I tend to get really bushy around this temple sideburn area, so I want to keep it as close as possible. What am I going to hit it with? Is it going to be a 2 or a 3? I don't know. Let's see. I use the comb like this to kind of scoop out the hair, and then I cut what comes through the comb. So let's try that. That brings it down nicely. I still might use a clip on it. You can see right there. Still a little thick on this side here. Yeah, much better. The enemy of a beard trim or arching is the inability to hold the clippers very steady, or if you're moving too much. If you're moving, you're gonna get cut. That's just the way it is. So I just go up and around to the top of the ear, like that. Simple. I do that like once a week. The mustache I brought down to a 2 3/4, and then just did the smile method and went across like that. I have a crazy thick mustache, super, like, ridiculous. I call it my David Crosby, the Crosby. I could so easily cover my whole face and chin with my mustache. I think the thickest part of my facial hair is probably the chin area and the mustache. What that means is, like, I bring this down, and I want this hair to kind of come down and blend in, because I don't want to do the mustachio kind of thing. I'm not interested in a handlebar mustache. So one of the things that I do is, if I try to do a 2 3/4, 2 1/2, or a 3 on the sides going into the beard, it almost disconnects the mustache from the beard. So comb it straight down. And you probably don't have these kind of shears, but these are what they call thinning shears or texturizing shears. And you take the part that doesn't have the little teeth on it, slide that under. You slide that under the mustache at about the corner of the mouth, all right? Just think of this, you know how like your bottom lip kind of curves? This angle right here, as it's going up, you slide the straight blade part at that angle, and then you, boom, and it removes like 1/3 of the hair, but it doesn't disconnect the mustache from the beard. So I will go up and cut. Perfect. Otherwise, my mustache takes over my beard, and you end up with what some people call a beard stash. This side here, go up underneath, and it removes 1/3 of the hair. Now it's a perfect blend. I don't think I've ever done that for you before. Regarding the sides, I tend to like a faded beard, like where it fades up into the hair. I like a longer beard. I don't want a wider beard. So this is a two clip, and I'm just going to go from the bottom of my earlobe up, just taking off very little, and then rock it out. Bottom of the earlobe to top of the ear, rock it out. There we go. Just one swipe, and it really took care of everything, didn't it? If you don't constantly comb as you trim, you're going to see stuff that you missed. Comb or brush. And my thing is this, if you're going to have a beard, let it be perfect. A beard can either give you class, make you stand out. You go to a networking event and you're the guy with the beard. People will say, hey, you know that guy. Remember that guy? What guy? The guy with the beard. Oh yeah, that guy. You can become the guy with the beard and actually make more business. Believe it or not. Your looks can actually improve your closing rate when it comes to business, when it comes to women. And I'm not a relationship guy. I'm more of a cultural commentator. I'm not a dating coach by any stretch of the imagination. I've had too many failures to be coaching anyone on how to conduct relationships, but I am a cultural, media and cultural commentator. That's it. Period. There are guys that are dating coaches that can help you with that kind of stuff. Remember, we go down. We go down. And this cuts everything that it touches. Nothing is left. Nothing. I remember I've been on dates. You know, I'm sitting across the table having a cup of coffee with a gal, and she'd just be looking at me and say, your beard is so perfect. And then the more forward ones say, can I touch it? Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess that's female privilege. I don't know. I mean, can you imagine a man commenting on something on a woman and then asking if he can touch it? Remember this one thing, you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now today's a very humid day. I think the first video that I ever put out, ever, my first video ever on this channel was be careful about trimming your beard on humid days because, you know, like the curly hair girls always talk about how their hair frizzes out on humid days, you know, like July and August. Same thing with your beard, man. It frizzes out. And then you're thinking, oh man, it's sticking out. It's growing longer on this side than it is on this side. It's just frizzing out because of the humidity. Keep that in mind. So then you take that part off, and then the next day or two, when it's not humid, you see a divot in your beard because you were impulsive. When you want to trim your beard, plan it 2 days in advance. Never look in the mirror and say, oh, I need to trim my beard. Okay? Do not be impulsive. You will always regret every single beard trim that you do impulsively. Always. It's the same thing, you know, like with relationships and arguments. You know, halt, hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. Never trim your beard when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, or drunk, or high. Never, never. Now, I have a pretty thick soul patch that does cover a bald spot. You don't see my bald spot. You guys, a lot of people think like, man, your beard is so perfect. I'm like, it's not perfect. Believe me, I'm hiding a lot. The length hides a lot of bald spots. And I've shown you this before, but when I stick my soul patch out, skin right here. But this, this covers it. It's an illusion. Remember, every haircut and every beard trim is an optical illusion. It's all sleight of hand. It's don't look here, look here, okay? Don't look here, look here. So it's all an illusion, 100%. Just like dating sites. You ever notice on dating sites, like women, the third or fourth picture always tells the truth? Straight down. And always have your default facial expression when you trim your beard. Don't like manipulate your face when you are trimming your beard because it'll look odd. Your default face, which is just like this. You're not doing this or sticking anything out. Default facial expression is the best expression to have when you're trimming the beard. All right. Now, I usually will bevel the sides, which means I just don't have a straight cut. I usually kind of curve it a little bit. And today's a weird day because I'm seeing an S curl in my beard. It's like that. I don't have curly, I used to have a curly beard, like an afro that I would have to pick out with literally like an afro pick. I couldn't do that. Like when I was a young man, I could not just do this. The comb would get stuck because the beard was so curly, but after my beard turned white, it kind of just went straight. Now I just got just a basic little wave in it. It's not curly anymore. I do long for the days of the curly beard. It was kind of nice and much lower maintenance and whatever, but we always want what we can't have and what we don't have. That just is the way it is. There's always, the grass is greener on the other side. The boobs are always bigger on the other side, although I changed my mind about boobs. That bigger is not better. You're getting beard and babes instruction here. All right, so I want this to be a little more angular, okay? Before, like 2 days ago, my beard was down to here. Like literally you couldn't see any of my neck at all. So I lopped off 2 inches, but I didn't go straight across like I usually do. When the beard's longer, I go straight across. When it's shorter, I make it more angular, but I don't chop off the testicles of my beard. Your beard has balls, right? That's the back of the beard here. Do not cut straight down and lop off this beautiful part here. Please don't do that. It feminizes your beard. And I always say, just don't comb straight down. When it comes to this, comb back a little bit. Go back a little bit with it. Back. See that? It just looks better, right? Now, I am going to put a little angle into it. Do that angular thing where all you see is the beard in the front, but when you look at it from the side, it's like this angle, like a cheese wedge. So, no more cheese wedges, guys. You want a man's beard, not a good full beard. Now, let's work on that angle without making it a fucking Philly beard, okay? You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on a second. I'm just gonna button that top button so I don't get all the hair down my friggin' shirt. Be itching like an idiot all day long. All right, let's do a little angular thing here. And when it comes to beard trims and sculpting, less is more. You can always take off more, but you can't put hair on your face. These clippers, man, everything they touch, they cut. Just up 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, at the most. Do not trim back here. Don't castrate your beard. And, it's July. Remember, careful of the humidity. Plan your beard trims. Do not make them impulsive. All right, now let's just get a little side view of this thing here. In real time, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, it's got like a nice little angle there. And 2 days ago, it was down to here and went straight back. I want to angle it up just a little bit. It complements the face. It looks well groomed. It looks taken care of rather than mountain man kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with mountain man, but if you're like me and you still got to conduct business and you're still a guest on podcasts and have to give sales presentations. You just want to look your best. You don't want your beard taking away from your handsomeness. Now, this is a tough one here. All right. I got sweat dripping down my friggin' head right now on my face. It's so hot in here. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, I think that's it. Let's take a look at the other side. Whoa. Yeah, enough of an angle there, but it's a little too goofy right there. So let's... Listen, you guys know I cut hair and beards and shaves. I have a part-time trade as a master barber. I've been doing it for a million years. And I have my clients come from 27 states and 8 countries to get their hair cut and their beards. And I am the thinning and receding hair expert. Nobody knows how to deal with thinning and receding hair better than me. I got guys that literally travel a day to get their hair cut and beard trimmed. Because I'm the only one who knows how to do that. And I'm kind of a, I give organic cuts. I don't do a lot of fancy shit. Let me get all that hair off my shirt. I don't do a lot of fancy stuff. I'm scissors, comb, spray bottle, and detailers, and that's it. I am not a... I don't do, I mean, I can do, but guys don't come to me for a fade. You can go get a fade for 20 bucks. I mean, my services are expensive. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. But you know what's really expensive? Having a shitty looking beard and haircut. You want to look your best? Then schedule an appointment with me. I don't fuck around when it comes to that. It's one of the things that I'm well known for. Like, every man needs a trade and a profession. I was a therapist and I cut hair. I taught in college and I cut hair. So find someone who has skills like that. I encourage everyone, get a trade. Go to trade school, even if it's like a 6 or 9 month certificate program in programming or coding, or one of the most coveted roles right now and highest paying is AI prompt engineer. Go figure that out. AI prompt engineer. All right, what do you think? Pretty good, right? I don't have a dark shirt on. I just have my boxer shorts here from that I was wearing before I took my shower. Take a dark cloth, dark towel. I'm just using my boxer shorts here. Put it underneath so you can see the contrast. Look at when I go down, you can see it's just, like, you can't see it as much like this, but when I put something dark behind it, you can see the shape. So don't be afraid to take a black t-shirt or towel and put it behind your beard to check the shape. Beards are sculptures. That's why you need a mirror to kind of check the beard. It's not it's not your beard. You're looking at a one-dimensional picture of my beard. So am I when I look in the mirror here. It's one-dimensional, but beards are sculptures that you can walk around like a sculpture in a museum, okay? A beard is a 3-dimensional sculpture. And if you're going to have a beard, why not make it perfect?